Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA's. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Eason sets to throw it. And that is incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's 3rd and short.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
It's a turnover on downs.
First carry here for Joe Mixon. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Joe Mixon.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown,
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Good. Makes the score Bengals 7, Colts nothing. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Rodgers on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's got some space here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Room here to run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he was a 1,000-yard runner in 2019 and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. From the gun is Eason. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
shift to kick.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete to John Ross. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Mixon with a first down carry. Eight yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
He's brought down.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1-7. Third down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. On first down, Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12. At the Colts' 38-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
A gain of a yard. First down, Cincinnati.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. from the shotgun, Joe Burrow. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. So on fourth down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Trey Waynes. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon. Touchdown.
Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Bengals 17. Colts 7. Randy Bullock to kick.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Taylor fights him off. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I know that on draft day, Jonathan Taylor was disappointed he didn't go in the first round, but when he heard his name called in the 2nd round by the Indianapolis Colts, he had to be jumping up and down with excitement because of their big, strong, physical offensive line. And you put that with his downhill running style, and you've got a perfect combination, the perfect storm for a young guy coming into the league. 225 pounds, sub 4.4 at the combine. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to be a battering ram.
At the 44-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And this one complete to Doolin. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, Taylor. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
He's brought down at the 31. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing is Eason. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Matt. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, Eason. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. It's just me and you. It's just me. Smash. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 27-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. To return it, Darius Phillips. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 13-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On second down, here's Burrow. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. C.J. Uzomah, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Second down, here's Eason. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play that time for the Colts. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Eason. Catch made here by Campbell. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Eason. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's a
gain of 4 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. From the gun, Eason. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They're going on 4th down. Here's Eason. Dancing to his left. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, Phillips. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The tackle made by T.J. Carey.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they go play action now. Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. A toss left, Mixon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Randy Bullock lining up.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Rodgers on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. Open man is Trey Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun is Eason. A throw on the money there to Doolin. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Eason. This one into the hands of Burton. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. They run with Taylor. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Eason to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
From the gun on 3rd down, Eason. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
For the extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw?
I think you have that whole conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Complete to
John Ross, 77 yards. Well, the Bengals, they widen their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. But not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Rodgers on the return. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down.
T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Past the 20. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. From the gun, Eason. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Logan Wilson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now it's Hines. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On 1st down, Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the Colts' 44-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. Five yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bengals, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.